Hey everyone, it's Savannah and welcome back to my day old tea. Today we are playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and I am actually going to be doing an updated tour of my valley. My last valley tour was when I had about 200 hours of playtime in the game, and I now have over 500 hours of playtime in Disney Dreamlight Valley, so my valley looks quite different from my last tour. Decorating in this game is one of my absolute favorite things. Many of the areas in my valley have actually been decorated alongside with my viewers. Before we get into the valley tour, definitely be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you're into design videos, because that's primarily what my channel focuses on in this game, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Our first stop here on the tour is, of course, my plaza, and my plaza has very much an amusement park theme. I loved all of these items in the Star Path and had a lot of fun setting up this area to be kind of like a little mini amusement park. So we have this kind of lane right in between the little plaza wishing well here that brings us down into the meadow. But before we go down to the meadow, let me show you some more of my plaza. So on either side of this little walkway, I have a bunch of amusement park rides lined up. We've got the Mad Hatter Teacups ride as well as the Dumbo ride, and they're just so cute. I have a little sitting area off to the side here, and then along the back I have placed Chez Remy, the restaurant, as well as Scrooge McDuck's is on the other side. So over here in front of Remy's, I have placed my little coffee plants, and this area is meant to be kind of set up as like a little coffee shop. So I have a little coffee area here on the side of Chez Remy, some little seating area, little coffee espresso machine back there, and then I have the coffee bean bushes, of course, in the shape of Mickey Mouse's head because I couldn't resist it. We just have to give in to the Disney theme every once in a while, okay? We have to embrace it. On the other side of my plaza, I have a large Ferris wheel. I love it so much. This item looks so amazing in the evening in this game. I absolutely love it. We've got Stitch's rocket ship as a little ride over here. We have the Up balloons over here as well. And of course, I wanted to use this large topiary. We have another sitting area off to the side here. And then in front of Scrooge's shop, I have the little souvenir cart, as well as Kristoff's stall here where I buy my materials every day. And then back here we have Scrooge's shop. And on either side of Scrooge's, I have these cute little flower beds and kind of sitting areas. And my flowers and spices and resources actually spawn right in these little flower bed areas, and I actually quite like that. I do have pavement all throughout the plaza, as you'll see, but I did leave some spaces open for materials to spawn all along this back area primarily, so you can see all the spices spawn back there, and I can just run back there and pick all of those up. So if you're thinking of wanting to cover an entire biome with some pavement, definitely leave a few areas that you can access where all of your resources will continue to spawn, because we all know materials and resources are so important in this game. Now let's make our way over down to the meadow. Of course, I had to change my dress to suit my meadow. My meadow has very much a yellow theme, and I wanted to make it a nice, relaxing, peaceful meadow, of course, as the name implied. And I went all out with kind of this yellow theme with all of the lemons. I brought in a bunch of the sunflowers, the dandelions, the yellow daisies, all in this biome. And this biome is just meant to be a bright and happy, sunshiny kind of place. We've got lots of greenery, lots of foliage. I love all the pops of yellow throughout the biome. Our residents down here include Merlin. We also have Mirabelle, and as well as my little standard home in the game. And then on the other side of the plaza, we also have the fairy godmother. So here is Mirabelle's house over here. She's got a cute little picnic area. I love her house. Definitely one of my favorite houses in the game. Goofy's stall is right in front of Mirabelle's house. I have my house over here that has just kind of like a quaint little garden set up On the side, I haven't really done too much there. I actually have an entire video showing how I went ahead and decorated this entire meadow, so I will link that. It definitely provides a lot of insight as to how I actually like to decorate my biomes in this game. So if you're wondering where you should start with decorating and designing, I would definitely check out that video. Here we have Fairy Godmother's house, and I just love her house in the meadow, and I was able to bring in a bunch of orange tones along with the yellow when I included her house down here. So she has a gigantic pumpkin patch, of course, and this is a little functional area over here. So I have a chest and just a bit of a little garden setup for her as well. On this side of the meadow, we also have a little cooking station as well as a little dining station, and I have little lemon sorbets out on the table as if they are collecting all the lemons in this biome and enjoying some sweet treats. Over here, we have a little crafting station. I love having DIY benches and cooking stations all throughout my valley in basically any biome so that I can be productive no matter where I am in the valley. Another big item that I decorated with in this biome are the barrels. So I wanted to give it kind of like a cottagecore meadow kind of vibe. Just lots of cute little touches throughout this biome. Definitely one of my faves. I'll show you a little walk through this way. This is kind of where all the decorating began. And of course it just started raining as I'm filming my valley tour. When is it not? All right, it's finally stopped raining and I'm ready to show you Dazzle Beach. Let's come on down and check out this biome. It's been so fun decorating this biome recently because we are in the thick of summer and there is no better time to be working on Dazzle Beach. So down here, I have a lot of my villagers. First off, you'll see Ariel out in the water, and unfortunately, I haven't really done much for my favorite princess, sadly. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to get on that. But I right now don't have that much inspiration for her. And I'm working on grinding materials for pathing. But across from Ariel, we have the lovely Prince Eric's castle here. And Eric has a little bit of a grand entrance here. And I eventually want to extend this pathing all the way across here, so Ariel and Eric will be connected eventually. In between their two houses, I have the sweet house, and this is set up as kind of an ice cream candy shop. So we have little picnic tables outside in the front with some sweet treats displayed. The interior of this house is all decorated as well as a little candy shop. I have the cute little pink ice cream stand in front. And then across the way, we also have Stitch's house. I love Stitch's house. I think it's just so cute. Looks amazing on the beach. You don't really have to do too much for him to make it look good in this biome. So I have this little lightning wagon displayed with all these shells as if he's collecting all the shells on the beach. I do have a path going all the way behind Eric's house, and don't worry, I will be showing you an overhead view of my entire valley to give you a better idea of how everything is laid out. But over here, let me continue on with our tour. We have the beach house, but just before that, I have a little summer pool party area. This place looks amazing in the evening time. I will be showing you some parts of my valley during nighttime so you can see everything nicely illuminated. Here I have the swimming pool. We have some little blankets to lay out on. I have a DJ booth, some nice lighting back there, and of course another ice cream stand because we can't have too much ice cream on the beach. So that's just a fun little area I built next to my beach house. This is my favorite house in the game. This house is amazing. If it ever comes back in the shop again, I definitely recommend picking it up if you can because it is just so fun. It looks fantastic out here on Dazzle Beach. And just in front of the beach house, I have a cute little sitting area here. We've got a little coconut drink off to the side, and the interior of my beach house is also work in progress, being decorated as well. So that's been very fun to work on my channel. Over here we have a cute little romantic spot out here on the beach. I was so excited to find this picnic blanket. Scrooge rarely gives me something good in my shop, but he blessed me very recently and I had to put this blanket out right on my beach here. So let's go across the bridge bridge here, and over here, this is kind of set up as Moana and Maui's area for the time being. So this is kind of their section of the beach. We have Goofy's little setup here, little kind of market, place to have lunch. And then I have Moana's house against the back here. And of course, I have Maui front and center. So when you come right down on the beach, you see Maui, and Maui's claim to fame is that he gave us coconuts. So I put all the coconut trees in Maui's yard, and he has his little monument, of course, set up in the front because Maui would appreciate that. I just know he would. Off in the distance, you will see Donald's house. His house is usually actually a little bit further offshore. I don't know how he crept a little bit closer to the shoreline. Donald is notoriously banished from my valley. He is thrown out into the wilderness. Don't feel bad for him. He loves it. He loves it. Over here we have Moana's house. I love Moana's house, kind of tucked away in this little section of the beach. She's got this gorgeous little pool. She's got a cute little beach banquet set up in her front yard. And then behind Moana's house, this is actually where I have also put her little fishing area. So it's really easy for me to collect all my fish from Moana right here. And then I have some chests on the side here. And this is where I will drop all of the fish that I collect from Moana. All right, friends, our next stop on the tour is, of course, the Glade of Trust. This biome I really got into decorating, and I had a lot of fun with it. It's very much a kind of fairy core kind of theme. This biome is very pink and purple inspired, and I like to call this biome my bad girls club because we have some of the baddest girls in the village living in this biome. We have Mother Gothel, or as I like to call her, Mama G, of course, in the giant willow tree. We also have Minnie because I think she's an honorary bad girl, and her pink and purple house just looks so pretty over in this biome. She had to move in. And then we also have Ursula, of course. So Ursula is tucked over in the water in the Glade of Trust, and I love her there. All right, so let me show you around here. So right off the bat, we have the wishing well tucked in here. I see Merlin is enjoying that little log. This is very much a swampy forest kind of vibe. Lots of fairy elements through here as well. I think this biome looks so pretty at night. It's probably one of my favorites. I have a gazebo set up here, and I would eventually like to put a little picnic blanket under there, but I'm just waiting for the right one. Over here, I have Ursula's house and a little crafting bench set up in front of her house, as well as some other items that I think she would enjoy, although she'll never actually be able to sit there, sadly. Across the bridge, I have a little graveyard set up, and I actually have a full speed build for this area up on my channel. I may be moving this build into my Forgotten Lands, but for right now, I'm enjoying it in this biome, and I think that it is perfect for all of these bad ladies I have living in this biome. They just need an area like that. So let me bring you on back over to Minnie's house. Of course, we have Mother Gothel's house in the center here, and I haven't really done much with her kind of yard area. It's just decorated very natural. It's kind of like a little walkway. Over by this pond, I have Minnie's house, and again, I haven't decorated it a whole lot other than just kind of popping her house over here. Now, when we come across this bridge, this is probably one of my favorite parts of this biome, along with all the pink lily pads in the water. I think they just look so pretty, but I have this giant root arch that I knew had to go in this biome. And then back of it, we have my cute little purple cottage. I love this house. It's so pretty. I knew it had to go in this biome. It was originally in my Forest of Valor, but I thought the purple was just perfect in this biome. It looks so cute in front of this little pond. I love the big willow trees next to it. I haven't even gotten to decorate the inside of this cottage, but I know we do. We are gonna make it look absolutely amazing, so stay tuned for that. Next to my cottage, I have a bit of an okra farm set up because you can actually make a good amount of money from harvesting okra in this game. You can harvest all of these and you'll get 3 per plant. So it's a good way to make money, especially when you're just starting the game and don't have pumpkins unlocked. So definitely recommend setting up a little okra farm over here. And then that is connected to Goofy's stall here. So it's really easy for me to make some money right over here in this area of my Glade of Trust. Welcome to my sunlit plateau. This biome honestly has probably one of the best entrances. I love Nala's waterfall, and it was just a perfect welcome into this biome and really got me motivated to decorate the rest of the area. We'll take a walk over here, and I have Goofy's house on the left, just kind of tucked away right when you come into Sunlit Plateau. And next to Goofy's house, we also have Mickey's house. And this area in between their houses is set up as a little farm. So I have a place for all my crops in the center here. And then over here, I have the companion house set up. And this is where Pua lives. And Pua is meant to be the little pig living on my farm. In my opinion, the companion house looks really good next to Mickey's house. So this area just really came together super, super nicely, and I'm really pleased with how it all came out. We've got Goofy's stall right in front of his house, and I think everything is just really functional and great for how I like to play the game. Across from Mickey and Goofy's farm, we have a little park area, and I have just some hammocks laid out. We have a little picnic area here. I think just all the colors utilized really work with the rest of the biome here. On the other side of my park, we of course have the mines, and this is where I chose to put my wishing well, so if I ever need to teleport into the Sunlit Plateau to get in the mines, I can get in there really quickly. So I have another Nala's waterfall right behind the well. I just had to do it. We'll go across the bridge here, and I have Wally's house on the right, just kind of tucked in there. Right now, I thought his little house would look kind of nice over by the mines because he has kind of like a construction vehicle for a house. And then next to that, we have Wally's garden set up. I have some chests out front so I can easily collect everything in his garden and just pop it right in here to store it. Now I'm gonna walk you along this way and show you Pride Rock. This, of course, is where Simba and Nala live. So most of this biome is set up as a farm, and the other part of it, I think, is like Lion King Central. So we've got Pride Rock out here. I love these Simba nightlights, so I try to scatter them throughout the biome as well. I tucked in another Nala's waterfall over in the corner here because wherever I can pop one of these, I'm going to. I just think it is such a lovely item. I love when you come around this corner and then you see the pond here, and you can kind of get a sneak peek. I put all of those waterfalls against that back wall as well, and I think this is just a really nice, serene area. I love how this biome came out. It makes me really happy. I have access to all of my mining spots with little trails just like that. And then of course, here is my waterfall wall. I love this part of the biome, just so, so pretty. Anywhere I can put waterfalls, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, this is my Sunlit Plateau. I will walk you back through here so we can check out the elephant graveyard, which of course is where Scar lives. And I really haven't done much for Scar because I don't think he deserves it, to be honest. He's on the naughty list. So he has kind of like a barren wasteland for a yard. I did put a little cooking station in his yard as well as a picnic area, so it's not too lonely for him. Honestly, I think that this yard is very fitting for Scar, and it works really well to transition us up into the Forgotten Lands, which is the next area we're gonna be touring. We have now journeyed up into the Forgotten Lands. In this biome, it's definitely become my Halloween biome. That's how I've been decorating it lately. It's a little creepy up here. I, of course, have the Nightmare Castle right when you come in, and I lined this avenue with all the pumpkin plants. We have all the jack-o'-lanterns in front of the flower beds here, and then, of course, we have the spooky castle and a little kind of courtyard in front front of it. We have some coffins for you to sit on, as well as the Well of Souls, which I just love this item. I think it's so, so cool, and it looks really good in front of the Nightmare Castle. This is another house in my valley that I'm really looking forward to decorating, so definitely stay tuned. Closer to Halloween, we're definitely going to be making this castle quite spooky. Let me take a walk back over here and show you this area. So over here, this is kind of set up as a little pumpkin carving area. So we have the jack-o'-lanterns displayed on the tables here as if everybody is carving them in the village. We have some snacks, some candy. Candy is a big theme in this biome as well, of course. And then in back of the pond here, we have a bit of a scary movie viewing session. So we have the little movie display and the little stage for it, as well as a picnic blanket and some seating. Next to this, I have Woody's house, and I like Woody's house a lot in the Forgotten Lands. I feel like it kind of doesn't really look that great anywhere else. I haven't done much for his house, but I definitely want this vibe over here to be very much kind of like a scary little carnival kind of area where they're carving pumpkins, watching scary movies, and then some rides and maybe concessions over here. So it's all still a work in progress in this biome. Once we're in the courtyard, if you look to the right, you'll see Vanellope's house, and I haven't done much for Vanellope's house, but stuck her in this biome and decorated it with very much a candy theme because it's perfect for Vanellope and also works for the Halloween theme. I think her house looks really good in this biome. I also feel like Vanellope actually wouldn't mind living in this biome. She's a tough princess. She's a tough cookie, so she wouldn't mind it. She wouldn't be afraid. I think she would feel quite at home. Behind Woody's house, I have Goofy's stall here, and then we'll continue along this way. Of course, in the back, we see Remy's house. I love Remy's house up in this biome as well. I think that it works really well as kind of like a haunted mansion, so that's kind of the vibe I went for with his house. Over to the side here, we have kind of our witch's potion making station, which also doubles as a spot for me to cook. Across from that, I have the tree house, and I like to imagine that the tree house accompanies my castle and is kind of like the scary tree house in back of the scary castle. So I wanted to make kind of like a crafting station as if we're still kind of working on making the tree house, and that's why there's kind of like wood and stuff all over the floor over here. So worked out nicely as my little cooking and DIY stations over here. And then of course we have Remy's house in the back, and I definitely have a lot of room to grow and get some more villagers placed back here as new characters are arriving to the valley all the time in this game. So the areas that I've shown you so far is basically all I have decorated. I haven't done much over here in my Forest of Valor. As you can see, it's quite empty. I've basically just started the layout path. And then up in my Frosted Heights, we also don't have too much going on. Here's where I have Buzz and Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf also live up here as well, but it's really not decorated that much up here. But I did want to show you an overhead view of my valley so you can get a clear view of how everything is laid out. So here is my plaza, all set up here. I like the shops right in the back, makes it really easy. Love the pathing all throughout the biome because then I can control where everything is spawning. We'll scroll down here and I'll show you my meadow. Definitely check out that other video if you want to see really my process for how I go about and decorate all these biomes, because I have it kind of down to a science and it's made it really easy for me to go ahead and decorate everything. I could definitely go with adding some more items here, but my item count will of course suffer. But I would love to see this valley really full and vibrant one day. Moving on down to my beach, not everything is gonna render in for me, it looks like here, but we've got Moana's house. Here we have Maui set up on the beach. And then I'll scroll down over here. So here is how my beach house is all set up with the pool and everything. We've got Stitch, we have Prince Eric, the sweet house is down here as well, and Ariel's. So let me scroll out just one more time so you can get a better idea of how the beach is looking thus far. I know that all of these areas are open to change. No build is safe in my valley. I'm constantly going ahead and changing things. So the design process is always very fun and fresh here. Here we have the Glade of Trust. Love this biome, love all the pink and purple, love the swamp vibes. It's a really fun biome. I love decorating a lot with all of the landscaping items. It's very painful decorating around Mama G's tree here, so we're not gonna spend too much on the overhead in this biome because there's a lot of trees. Let me scroll back up here and show you the sunlit plateau. So here is how this biome is all looking. Here is how everything is set up. Really focus on my paths when I go ahead and start decorating. So yeah, I mean, look at this part of my valley. Like, this is just so lush. I love it. Here you can really see how everything is rendering. I love this part of my valley. It just looks so good over there. I really put a lot of effort into that kind of area for Simba and Nala. And then we've got the farm area over here for Mickey and Goofy. And then, of course, we have Scar's area, but again, not much to see for Scar because he doesn't deserve it. Up here, we have the Forgotten Lands. Very spooky, kind of hard to see up here, kind of hard to decorate, but I do enjoy everything that I've built up here so far, and I'm excited to see how this area continues to evolve. I hope y'all have enjoyed seeing my valley so far. Of course, remember that decorating is not something that you have to do in Disney Dreamlight Valley, but it is something that I really enjoy doing in this game. And if it's something that you want to start doing in your valley, I hope that this video was able to provide you with some inspiration. If you're looking for more design ideas or a more in-depth look at how I go about making some of these builds, definitely check out some more videos on my channel. I do a lot of Disney Dreamlight Valley content. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. It really helps out my channel, and I appreciate it so much. Again, thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!